Pisces, oh my gosh. I was literally just pulling your energy card, and I immediately just started smiling, and I put my crystal on there, and I don't know, I just kept smiling. I feel happy already, and I haven't even started your reading. Welcome to the channel. My name is Tay, otherwise known as lovefromaleo. As you can see, I'm extremely comfortable. I'm in super hermit mode right now. Basically, this is a message from the divine to you, to your soul, to your heart. This is specifically for a more soul resonance, a heart message, something you need to hear, confirmation. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. So it doesn't have to be anything in particular. We're just gonna see what comes out for you, Pisces. And yeah, this is for whenever you see this. Whenever you see this, it doesn't matter how long in the future you're watching this. All right, so the divine spirit, angels, what does Pisces need to know? Wow, beautiful first card. Wow, oh my God. I'm sorry, that was loud. Okay, so oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Hold on, I gotta take a drink to that. This is coffee, by the way. Oh my gosh. Okay, so two major arcanas came out right back to back for your first message. Okay, we got the Magician and Strength. Beautiful. Okay, why do I feel emotional? I feel like I'm about to cry. Okay. Whew. Okay, let's clear it out. Let's clear it out. Okay, Pisces, the Magician. We're gonna start off with that. The Magician. You are at the point where you're realizing your strengths. You are at the point where you're realizing who you have the potential to be, who you already are. The Mage, the Magician. You're starting to believe what you can actually create, co-create with the universe. Strength. I feel like for some reason you've balanced out your positive and negative aspects of yourself, or you've been working on that. It's like this feeling of taming something. Maybe it's an urge within yourself. You're more disciplined. You've matured spiritually. Now, Pisces, you are the last sign within the zodiac. So, depending on where Pisces is in your chart, especially, but for most Pisces, not all, there's a sense of your soul coming back over and over and over to get this life thing right. And I feel like for some reason, you have made another inch forward towards the right direction. It doesn't mean that it's over, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying you are making the steps towards the right direction. You're creating things in your life that actually are good for you spiritually. I was hearing while I was looking at the cards, your will shall be done. You're creating your own strength at this point. Meaning you aren't pitying yourself. You are taking initiative for yourself. I feel like there's some type of synchronization with your third eye, your first eye. You're starting to see things the way that you need to see it. So for some of you, I feel like there was a time where, in this lifetime particularly, you had an issue with being able to, like, having discernment. You had an issue with that. So maybe you had people in your life who took advantage of you, or you had situations where you thought you were doing the right thing, but soulfully speaking, you weren't fulfilling anything. You were just having more materials and, like, aspects of yourself that complement and rejuvenate the flesh and the physical being, but your insides were not healthy. Your insides weren't healthy. But now they're becoming more in tune. Your chakras are starting to strengthen. Your light is starting to become brighter within you. Your flame. Wow. Okay. No wonder I started smiling as soon as I pulled your card. You're starting to feel an enlightenment. An enlightenment. But I feel like it's very quiet. It's very quiet. To the point where you as Pisces, because you feel all of these energetic forces all the time, when you strengthen your discernment, when you strengthen your spiritual receptivity, you learn to stop talking so much. Not that you did, but I'm saying as a spirit, you quiet the chatter because you already have so many impulses coming in at you. And I feel like you're starting to fine tune that gift, so that when you do open your mouth, you basically have the right things to say at the right moment. It's so beautiful. You're learning how to, I'm just seeing this motion of somebody going like this, like waterbender type of energy. Like you're harnessing all the energies and using them for your benefit, but at the same time, it's benefiting all of the good in you. It's not like selfish desires. Does that make sense? Okay. Wow. What else does Pisces need to know about this, Spirit? Two of Swords. Okay. So it was rough. It was rough for you to do this. You really, really had to sit back with this energy. You had nights after night where you had to sit and debate what's good, what's bad. You had to figure out, what do you believe? I feel like there's a sense of you really just bearing it all out on the table, pouring it all out on the table for the divine and for yourself to really, really look into and dissect and be like, okay, this needs to go. This needs to change. This needs to happen. Really, really pouring yourself out on the table and looking at all the aspects of yourself. For some of you, it could have just been your natal chart. Like you really just looked at yourself literally as a star, because we are stars. And I just feel like you really looked at what you needed to work on, what you needed to get rid of, what you excel at. Just self-analyzation, self-examination. The dissection of self. And now you have all of the strongest parts of you. You still also have the parts that need to be worked on, but you know what those are. So you're working on what? Strengthening them. Because you know now something has happened where you realize you create your reality. There's something that you've done. Maybe someone's told you, or maybe you've seen something on the internet, but you have tapped into this all-knowing that I have way more power than I was giving myself credit for. But I feel like you aren't being selfish about this. You aren't trying to be overly zealous with it. You are still humble with this. Not humble, you're calm with this information. And you're using it, you're taking it as serious as it actually is. 822. You're taking it serious now. And now you're making some real things happen in your life. Ace of Wands. Yeah. You're really starting to make some real things happen. Now, Pisces, if this resonates with you, I feel like I shouldn't have to tell you this, but make sure you don't start to try to attract things just for your physical being. Make sure whatever you attract, it can have physical rewards attached to it, but make sure it always has a spiritual, soulful reward as well. And that'll keep you from getting into trouble spiritually. Karmically speaking, okay? Try to remember that, especially if you're starting to feel emotional and all of these different things, that when you start to kind of realize what you're made of, sometimes you start to be like, oh, I have a lot of power. I want this, I want that. Try to make sure everything that you attract is for your higher self, okay? It can still have physical rewards as well. I'm not saying neglect your physical reality, but I'm just saying make sure you are always replenishing your soul, because your soul is what's helping you even get to this point, okay? Oh, wow. Came out super fast. So, transportation. So, this deck that I'm using in particular is for past lives, to kind of see the sequence and why you're doing something right now from a past. In your particular situation, transportation, like I said, you're making the step towards your path. You're still on the path, but I feel like this is like when the train takes off and you're no longer at a crossroads right now. Right now, you're on a straight path. Again, obviously, you will have a pit stop. You will obviously have another crossroad come up. But at this point, you're on the straight and narrow. You're literally going towards your next destination. Do you guys hear the train? Listen. You guys, synchronicities. Pisces, you know all about synchronicities, okay? You just gotta start paying attention to them. Pisces, if anybody knows about synchronicities, it's you, okay? Pisces, wow, I just got the chills. Like, you're really, really, your frequency is rising. Your frequency is raising. Wow, beautiful. Conflict. So with the conflict card that came up, as you can see, this is quite of a mess. Quite a mess on this card, 1111. There is a helicopter that is falling. Obviously, to me, when I see this card, it's kind of like having to let go because you have no other choice. It's kind of like ego death. Ego death. That's what it is. Ego death. That's what you're going through right now. Some of you guys may have done like some type of like shrooms or something to really like just kind of speed up the process, because I feel like this is something that just happened for you. Especially if, not everyone. I'm not saying that's the way to go. I'm just saying sometimes when people do things like that, it kind of just makes you remember, you know, or DMT, something like that. Which is, it would make a lot of sense if you did that and then you were just like sitting down, literally looking at yourself or looking at a table, and I don't know, just having a conversation with source, or yourself, and you start to see the synchronicities come at you consistently. You're having an ego death. Wow, Pisces, congratulations. When I had my first ego death, I feel like sometimes there's many depending on who you are, maybe like how old your soul is, I would say, how much karmic baggage you have, in other words. When you have your first ego death, and the first breakthrough with an ego death, not just a regular ego death, because that could just be something totally different. But when you have that, it reminds your soul why everything is okay, but it also reminds your soul the power that it has, the power that the other forces try to tell us that we do not have. It gets pretty deep, and I don't want to make it too deep, but what I'm trying to say is, now that you know this power, it's something that you have to keep reminding yourself, okay? Because it does kind of fade off just with all of the other toxins and pollutions, energetic pollutions that are a part of this environment, to keep us from not remembering who we truly are. Pisces, now that you have this knowledge, keep learning, keep going. Like, don't forget that. Like, you can't forget it, especially if this is like a true ego death. You can't really forget it. Your body's not going to let you do that. Your soul's not going to let you do that, excuse me. Hold on to the harness that connects you to your higher self. If you ever feel like you can't really find your footing, one, go put your feet in some water. Go take a shower. Go drink water. Put your feet in dirt. Put your feet in sand. But also, look at the stars. Look at the stars. It's a reflection of all of us. This is why I have these lights back here. When you look up at a star, wherever that star is at, depending on when you figure out what star you actually are, which is why astrology depicts basically who you are, that same star is looking back at you. You are one of those stars. Now, when you figure out who that star is, it'll be even more, I don't even have the words in this language to describe it. It'll be even more powerful to make your reality how you want it to be, to spiritually evolve as well. But I promise you, if you keep going on this road of self-discovery, self-exploration, deepening your connection, I promise you things will get better, things will make more sense, and you will feel so like powerful, like that quiet powerful, that wise energy that Pisces has, the wisdom that comes with that. And you already have this natural innate ability to receive messages from the higher realms, which is outside of us, but it's still coming from us. That's a whole nother video. But once you do that, the connections, the messages will be so clear, so effing clear. And you're on that journey, and it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I think the reason I started smiling when I put down your energy is because I feel like your higher self is smiling down on you as well. They're like, look, like, he or she is coming back to like what they're supposed to be doing. They're remembering what they're supposed to be here for. They're learning to work their magic. Wow. I feel like this is for a very select few people like that need to hear this, because I feel like this is true growth, really, like actual true growth, not just like the mundane shit. You know what I'm saying? This is true growth that will make the mundane so easy, because you know how to navigate spiritually. So this physical world will be so easy to navigate through, which it's supposed to be in the first place. They make it hard so that you forget what you're even here to do. Financial and material changes, like I was just saying. You finally working on yourself. You having this ego death. You going through all of these changes. You going through all of this, period, is going to reward you in this life so that you can relax, so you don't have to worry about the security, so that when you're relaxing, you can still improve yourself. Because I feel like some of you, maybe you, when you were so attached to the material world, it was just because of security. Because that's what, you know, that's what we're taught to pay attention to. And I feel like universe wants to gift you things in this world so that you can relax on worrying about bills and all that type of stuff, and actually work on improving yourself, raising your frequency, helping others raise their frequencies, so that we can elevate, you know? Beautiful, beautiful. I feel like you also will be a part of helping other people, making them come together. Kind of creating a habitat where like minds come together, link up, or people who have vibrant auras being able to come together. Something like that. I'm not sure if that makes sense to you, but for some of you, I know that resonated. Alrighty, I'm going to leave the message here. It's just so beautiful. Probably one of the best ones I've seen, because it's just like true transformation, ego death. Yes, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for watching this video, Pisces. I really enjoyed tapping into things that are happening for you. I really hope that this gave you a message for your heart and for your soul. Confirmation to keep going if you've been feeling like, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing. You're definitely on the right track, okay? Literally on the right track with this transportation card, okay? So thank you so much for watching this video once again. If you would like to find me on other platforms, I do have an Instagram where I post different things about spirituality, astrology, crystals, esoteric exploration, and all those good things, and also my family life. If you would like to have a personalized reading from me, I have an email and also have a Patreon where you can sign up for monthly subscriptions of your private readings sent directly to you. And then I also wanted to tell you guys that I love you so, so, so much. I love you all, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, Pisces.